Hey everyone, this is Moni Castaneda, and today we are talking about your home when your home is that mean girl in high school. So, yeah, there's three types of homes that could be ruining your life, which I'm gonna call mean girl 1, 2, or 3. And so, if you are joining us live, or if you are watching this video when the replay comes available, write down, if you remember, the name of the worst mean girl in your high school. And tell me what was so awful about her. What did she do? What did she say that made her so awful? And that you still remember her as the mean girl. And so write that down, write down your name, and let me know who was the mean girl in your home. So today we're talking about homes that are mean girls. So what does the mean girl do? If you think about it, the mean girl in your high school was not good for anybody because the mean girl, wanted to make sure nobody reached their full potential, not even her friends, right? And because she was so focused on keeping everybody down, she also did not reach her full potential. So when your home is sabotaging your dreams instead of supporting your dreams, that home is acting as the mean girl for you. Now, it was bad enough you have to deal with a mean girl, or maybe you were the mean girl. Let me know in the comments if you were ever a mean girl. And so the mean girl was a bad influence for everybody because she didn't want anybody to reach their full potential. And so you need to make sure that you don't do these things to yourself as an adult, right? Because as a teenager, maybe you didn't have any choice. You had to go to high school. And you had to be under the influence of the mean girl, and you didn't have the resources that you have today. You didn't have access to a way to defend yourself from what a mean girl might have been doing to you from that kind of bullying. Yeah? So many people, they arrange their homes to unconsciously play the role of the mean girl. And so today I'm going to talk about three types of homes. And as I talk about those three types of homes, I want to mention three mean girls that I remember from my high school. And so the first one, her name was Mary. The second one was Lulu. And the third one is Irene. And so, you're going to see me glancing here to my computer because I have some notes here. So I want to make sure I don't forget anything. So again, if you're just joining us, make sure to write down what was the name of the mean girl in your high school and what was the thing that she did that was so horrible. And do that because then I want to play a little game where we'll see if you're reproducing any of the patterns of the mean girl in your home today. And so let's talk about type number 1, right? Your home as a mean girl, type 1. There's number 1. And so Mary was her name, right? This girl in my high school. And she liked to tell things people to their face and then watch their self-esteem crumble. She was especially mean to girls that were chubby or overweight. And so she was one of the most beautiful girls in the school. She was very slim, and she had a very sweet demeanor. Teachers and parents loved her. They didn't know how mean she was when no adults were present. And so what she would do, she would do research. She would find out things like, all good bullies, they want to put a kernel of truth in their bullying, because when there's a kernel of truth in their bullying is more effective. And so what Mary did is she would research, she would gossip a lot, and she would find out information about somebody, and then she would go and tell it to their face. We're talking about mean girls in your home as a mean girl. And so it might be something about this person's looks, some of their family or their social status or income. And so Mary would often say, is this true, Is it true that your cousin is doing drugs? Is it true that you flunked that history test? Is it true that your grandfather used to sell candy in the streets? She would say things that she thought would make the self-esteem of the other person crumble. And so then she would also say things like, oh, you've gained weight. You have a lot of acne. Or it looks like you're not going to grow. It looks like you're going to stay short, and things like that. Things that she thought would be very hurtful, and that for most teenagers were hurtful, right? Now, as I said before, a mean person, a bully, usually looks for a kernel of truth. And so what would be the home that is mean to you in the way that Mary, the mean girl, was mean to other girls? So a home that would be mean to you in this way is a home that every time you comes home, your home tells you you're a mess, you're a slob, you're out of control, you can't get anything done, your home is out of control, your life is out of control, right? And also that the people you love will leave you, or that you'll never find anyone to love you. And so if when you come home, your home is cluttered and a mess, you're going to be getting this kind of feedback that you're not a good person. And so when your home is cluttered, that is when your home is being like a mean girl type 1 to you. Because when you come home, you open that door, you see the mess, you see the clutter, it's impossible for you to get good feedback about yourself. And so, because it seems like there's evidence, right? And when you see, open the door and you see all this mess, isn't that evidence that you're a slob? When you see a mountain of papers on top of your desk, is that not evidence that you can get things done? And so if this is you, this is very important. If you are being overwhelmed by clutter, tell me in the comments, say, I'm overwhelmed by clutter. And I will send you a link by which you can actually schedule yourself for a free decluttering session with me. A free 20-minute decluttering session. And I'm going to prove to you that the mean things your home is saying about you are wrong. And so do that. You know, this is a limited time offer. I don't know for how long I'm going to be doing this. But just write down in the comments, I'm overwhelmed by clutter, and I will send you a link so you can have a free meeting with me. Now, if let's talk about Lulu. You know, Lulu is, we're talking about your home as a mean girl, and Lulu is mean girl type 2. And so Lulu, you know, she was not herself mean girl from my high school, right? She was not especially attractive or charismatic, but she would hang out with girls that were really pretty or really popular, and she would act like she belonged. And, you know, like everybody looked at her and was like, you know, well, you're not as pretty as your friends, or you don't really belong in this group. But she liked to pretend like she was. And one way to reinforce her own self-esteem was to exclude other girls that wanted to be in the group. So sometimes she would physically, you know, say a joke, something mean about somebody, and then turn their back on them, and encourage her friends, the other mean girls, to turn their back on that person and make them feel like outsiders, right? She pretended to be protective of the other mean girls. She pretended to be their friends, but I don't think she was actually a really true friend of anybody, not even herself. And so she would not let anybody come into the circle. So your home is a mean home to you, the way Lulu was a mean girl in my high school. If every time you come home, you feel like you have not arrived, you are not there. You look at your TV and you wish you had a bigger TV, a more expensive TV. You look at your kitchen and you wish you could remodel it like those wonderful kitchens in HGTV or in magazines. And you walk into your bedroom and you dream about the kind of headboard you like to have. You are never satisfied with what you have, and you're always dreaming of something else. You have made a vision board and you put a mansion on your vision board, and you're just not ever satisfied with what you have. And so if you feel like this, and if you have concluded your home is not good enough, or you may have also concluded you are not good enough to live in a beautiful home. You know, these things, your home is telling you this. If your home is not beautiful, because for you to be happy and satisfied in your home, it doesn't have to be a mansion. It doesn't have to be luxurious, but it has to be arranged in a way that makes sense, in a way that is beautiful, pleasing to your own eyes, in a way that respects your own taste in decoration, right? But if you're never satisfied with your home, you might conclude that you are not worth the effort. So if you suffer from home envy, is what I call it, you know, you come home and you're never satisfied with what you have, then what you need to do is you need to write down in your comments, I suffer from home envy. And I will send you a link where you can schedule a free orientation meeting with me for 20 minutes. And in that meeting, you're going to get to show me your home through your smartphone, your tablet, or your laptop. You can walk around, and for completely free, no obligation, you can show me your home. And as I see what you're really dealing with, then I can recommend the best service for you so that you can start turning your home into a dream home and start living your dream life in that home. So this is also a limited time effort. So write down, I suffer from home envy, or I have home envy, under this video, and I'll send you a link to schedule a free 20-minute orientation meeting with me. And so we've talked about your home as a mean girl, and we talked about Mean Girls 1, 2, and now we're going to be talking about Mean Girl Type 3 home. You know, your home is the Mean Girl Type 3. And so this is Irene. So Irene was very beautiful, and her mom had raised her to believe that beauty was the most important thing in life. So this mean girl in my school, right? She truly believed that she was better than anybody else because she was pretty. Now, at the same time, she felt insecure in other areas of life. So whenever she met somebody that she perceived was better than her in any way, you know, a person who made better grades or a person whose parents had more money than her family had, she would go to that person and pretend to be friends, you know. And these girls who were not in the in circle, they would say, oh, you know, that's awesome. You know, Irene is paying attention to me. And then all that Irene did was she would collect information that she could use them for gossip and to destroy them in different ways, you know. So that's what Irene did. And so if your home is the type of mean girl as Irene, the home that pretends to like you, but in the background is stabbing you in the back, you know, is doing things against you, then this is the home that works like this against you is the home that is expressing self-sabotage. So it may be that unconsciously you have chosen colors, images, decorating styles, decorations that are actually working against you, that are not helping you become the best version of you. They're not helping you realize your full potential, but on the contrary, they're making you stumble at every step. And so if this is what's happening, if you feel that this is happening to you, if you feel like you unconsciously self-sabotage, tell me in the comments, write down, I self-sabotage. Write down in the comments, and I will send you a link to the service that will help you with this. I do have a service called the Feng Shui Immersion Program, which is a program that is designed, you know, among the things that is designed to do is to detect self-sabotage and help you overcome it. And so again, you know, this is a video about your home as the mean girl 1, 2, and 3. And if your home is mean girl type 1, which means your home is cluttered and a mess, put in the comments, I need help with clutter, or I'm overwhelmed with clutter, and I'll send you a link where you can schedule a free orientation meeting, a free decluttering session with me, 20 minutes, so that I can show you that whatever bad things your home is saying about you are not actually true. And if you are suffering from mean girl type 2, the type of home that that makes you feel envious of other homes because when you come home you don't see anything you like, then schedule a free orientation meeting with me. Tell me I have suffered from home envy in the comments. I will send you a link where you can schedule a free orientation meeting with me, so you can show me your home and I can see your situation and recommend the best service for you. And if you suffer from the meanness of mean girl type 3 home, which is the home that is maybe even look really beautiful but is stabbing you in the back, is helping you self-sabotage, then let me know. Write down in the comments, I self-sabotage, or I'm afraid I may be self-sabotaging, and I'll send a link for you to check out the service that I have that'll help me help you detect how and where you self-sabotage and make those corrections. So your home should not be a mean girl for you. Your home should be your BFF, your best friend forever. And so I'm going to thank you so much for watching this video, and I want to encourage you to do everything you need to do so that your home from now on starts helping you instead of hurting you. Bye-bye.